For more content throughout the week, please hit like and subscribe for your boy. Very much appreciated. Anyway, let's get right to it. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Davion Seen, and I'm back at you with another video for Snowfall, Season 5, the 2-episode premiere. Now, we're going to get right into it, man. We opened up the episode with Len Bias, the reenactment of his death. And it was a pretty well-shot scene due to the coloring, the wardrobe, the setting, and the intensity of the episode. Not episode, of that scene. So we get into Franklin, the next scene with Franklin. Now, Franklin is on top of his game. Now, for anyone who's befuddled about the storyline and why we're seeing all this newness, all this new storyline, and where did they come from? Well, if you've been paying attention, if you've been following Snowfall, like I've been following Snowfall, excuse me, y'all, you'll know that they mentioned that there was going to be a time jump, and they mentioned this a while back. There's going to be a time jump 15 months from the actual events that happened in season 4. Franklin was going to have a new love interest. Reed was going to be out the picture for a little while. They mentioned that they was going to be getting into the crash units, the streets of LA, as far as gang violence, aka Bloods and Crips. And that's pretty much what they explained. So I don't see why there's so much confusion about the time jump when I assume that everyone knew about this already, but that's okay. Anyway, Franklin is up. He get into that bag. He got his license as a pilot. He's flying his own plane. He has his own plane hangar. He meets up with Dallas and Black Diamond. They even look like they're getting a piece of that pie. And then we finally meet his love interest, Veronique. Yeah, Veronique. Now, there's something I want to mention about Veronique. I noticed that a lot of people are not really fond of her character due to the fact that of how she looks, not because of their predictions of what kind of character that she could be, but it's because of her looks and then how she carries herself. You know, she apparently, I've heard that she dresses like an old woman. She looks like Sissy. I don't know where she looks like Sissy. You're I don't know. You're smoking crack if you really think that she looks like Sissy. I don't know what you're talking about. She's ugly. I mean, and this is the thing I want to get. Let me just get off subject real quick. Well, anyway, yeah. So Veronique, she's she's really sharp. She's intelligent. She seems like she's gonna be right for Franklin. My one thing that I noticed about Veronique is that she's spiritually in tune, so that can probably play a role for Franklin. I mean, we know the spirituality and the universe and how they coincide with reality, and things of that nature. But anyway, we get Leon. Now Leon, he's basically on his like Malcolm X type shit. You see him reading more, you see him doing more for the kids, taking them out on field trips to see things other than just the projects and violence. And so, we get into the summertime. Leon is running the projects. Him and Big Dion and the rest of the Crip set, they're cool. Then we get into someone is stealing money from the dealers to go do God knows what. So, Leon had to regulate, crip him up. He walking crippled. So maybe he could probably be a crip because the way this dude's foot was twisted all around after Leon then beat that shit down. Oh man. Man, that is wild. Now we get to Franklin and Black Dallas and Diamond heading over to Grady's spot, and there's a big party going on. I mean, a lot of people are surrounded. I mean, it's giving me a really 80s vibes, and I like that. I like how they did that. I like how they kept it. They keep it. They keep it to the source. And you get this little light skin or maybe white mixed, whatever she is. This little lady comes up like she's some kind of boss asking for the product or whatever. Blah 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 blah. Walks away, and then Dallas is like, yeah, more so like the uppity rich white bitch club, and shit like that. Anyway, we get into Franklin and Grady having a conversation about the business, about the product, the price of the product, the keys, and the money. probably shaving down some of the price. And this Grady, Grady, he seems a bit more laid back. He likes to have fun. Yes, he's a drug dealer. He's on top of the damn food chain, but however, he's really chill. He ain't worried about nothing. He throwing parties, he's getting with the girls. He's actually sleeping with someone from Franklin's crew, which is black. I forgot which one is black. The dark-skinned woman, I forgot her name, but I'm gonna have a name by the neck. I'm gonna have a name. And he doesn't care much. I mean, of course he's business minded, but he has more of a balance. Whereas Franklin and Gustavo and Reed, they just straight by the book. Let's get this money. We'll have fun at some point in this lifetime, but we just got to keep this product going through. We got to keep this money. These transactions is what matters. Now we get into Rob. Now, white boy Rob. Now, just like in my prediction, we finally got our answer to why Rob caught a body. We're gonna get into that. Now with Rob and Thad, they having their little white folks party. Sorry, white folks. Their little white folks party in the valley. Straight up 80s vibes, teenage breakfast club type of vibes. Everyone is partying, doing their little festivities. And Thad, he gets, I don't know what his problem is. He ends up killing someone at the party because he got high. And I don't understand why. And Rob, he's been looking like shit. Like, he doesn't look like he's been using himself. And, I didn't expect that, but it's not a surprise because the bigger you get in this business, I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise where people start using around you. They're going to have their reasons for why they do it. You just have to, you may have to do what you have to do, because once people in the crew start using, then all hell breaks loose. I mean, people start talking too much. People start getting addicted. They start doing shit out of impulsiveness. Anyway, Franklin gets hip to it. Rob, we're going to get into that actually, but I want to talk about Wanda. Now, Wanda, she looks beautiful. She looks fantastic. She's on her Girl 6 type shit. Shout out to Spike Lee. She's on her Girl 6 type shit, talking dirty on the phone, a phone sex operator. And you can tell she's not really used to doing this. That's not really her thing. She's more of an outgoing girl. She don't have those vibes as like, yeah. It's like, maybe she could, maybe in real life, but on the show, that's not the kind of vibes. But she's trying to make ends meet. She doesn't want to be in the, she's not wanted to be in the drug trade, in the drug field, because Leon wants to keep her safe. And I have a prediction about Wanda coming up soon. But Leon wants to keep her safe, keep her away from all the street stuff. Now that she's cleaned up, she can get a job, make her own money. And like I said, man, the recovery has been really dramatic. I mean, she's really overturned. My only thing in these kind of series, in movies or whatever, my thing is this: please, 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 for the love of God, what was his name in Pookie? Yeah, Pookie. If I'm not Pookie from New Jack City, please don't. Hold up, y'all. I'm real dramatic. I'm super dramatic. Hold on. Don't do that, Wanda. Don't do that. So anyway, Wanda looks good. And so she's been staying at Franklin's house for about 6 months, I believe, just to have some shelter because she doesn't have anywhere else to go. And, we see Peaches and Rob, they at the house. And, all of them are sick, especially Peaches. Now, I noticed a lot of people came up with the hypothesis that Peaches may have been affected with the A train, but it's looking more like an addiction. But I wouldn't be surprised. You never know. It's just Peaches does not look like himself. He doesn't look sharp. He doesn't look like he's just ready to just be active. You know what I'm saying? He looks real tired. He looks beat down. He looks bad. He lost some weight. He don't have like that bodyguard protector. And I don't know how long it's gonna last for Peaches. I don't know what's in store for Peaches, but it's not looking good at all. And being that he's Franklin's I don't want to say right hand, but bodyguard, he's his protector. Peaches be laying shit down, and to see Peaches strung out like this, man, it's just crazy, man. It's really, really, really crazy. So we get into Franklin finding out about what happened with Dad and the Valley. And Rob, he's drugged out. He doesn't know. He's clueless at this point. He doesn't know what to do. He's just going through it. I mean, that coke, them withdrawals is eating his ass alive. So he wakes up in the morning, tries to sneak out. Franklin catches him. And Franklin has this real menacing look in his face that doesn't really look necessarily mean, but definitely not nice. It's just this look. It's just I can't really ape it right now, but you're gonna be. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing that throughout the season. So Franklin sits him down. He just smacks the shit out of him, try to get his head straight. And it's like Franklin, he's like, yo, bro, this is serious, bro. You gotta you can't be running your mouth. You don't say nothing about nothing, bro. Get your head in the game. So flash forward, we get, I don't know if this is flash forward, but anyway, we get into Bucky, whatever, I'm gonna call him what Mark Dark, shout out to Mark Dark, Bucko. Can I use that, Mark Dark, please? Buck, we'll just call him Buck. Buck is on one. He has his own issues that he needs to resolve. I mean, he has a failing marriage, and he's a fucking drug addict. And he works under Aunt Louie, and Jerome basically keeps the heat from coming at them, keep everything right, but the heat is coming down on him, and the boss is on his ass right now, so he's gonna be on Louie's ass. And so he needs a big fish, someone to serve up, give him something so they can keep the heat off of them, and that way Buck can keep the heat off of the Saints crew. Now, however, Louie obviously is not a snitch. She's not going to do anything to put anyone or anything in jeopardy for the business just because Bucky is stressing out. But you figure it out. You're the cop. You figure it out. And don't come over here trying to get me to snitch. It's not happening. And you can go head on somewhere. What you need to do, my homegirl that says you look too good to be a cop, get with her. See if she knows somebody to serve up. Okay? Find something. Believe me and mine alone. And now let's talk about Jerome and Louie real quick. They seem to be living more of a peaceful life. They're doing them. They're not in the midst of much chaos. I mean, the show just came back on, but they're not. They riding around the horses. They looking drippy than ever. They didn't came up. They just doing their own thing without Franklin being all up in their heads, giving them orders. They just doing their own thing, and I like that for them. I just hope that they really, really, really know what they're doing. Now, back to what I was about to say about Rob and Franklin. Now, this Rob and Franklin and Peach's trip, Franklin, I don't want to say he's paranoid, but he's definitely on edge. And there was something good about this shot. I'm going to post a little mini video up on one of these corners or the other screen. And there was a shot where Franklin will be looking out the window, or the car window, or the passenger seat. And it was just like every time a red car would come up, you will see the tip of a red car coming up, pulling up beside him. And he'll do this look. It wasn't urgent, but it was I'm on point. And just how bleak that shot was, and how nonchalant, and just how it wasn't really a big deal. It was something that you have to pay attention to, really, really pay attention to. I got it on the first drive. Yeah, I'm that guy. But when you just really look at it, you'd be like, yo, because they didn't even mention Scully at all. Not if they did, it was barely. They didn't mention Scully. So it was basically them playing with us yeah, this is a little Easter egg right here. Let me see if you've been paying attention. Why he looking at that car like that? Why he looking at that red car? Why he looking at every red car that comes up, pulling up beside him? It was just dope. It was genius. But anyway, we get to the scene where Thad and Peaches and Franklin confront. Rob, Peaches, and Franklin confront Thad. And Thad is off one. He grabs the shotty, he ready to blow, but they calm him down. So they walk him. And then this is where my prediction video This is where I was really accurate in my prediction video. He did exactly what I knew that he was going to do. He put a hole right up in Thad. Now that we know the reason, good things must happen. Good things must come to an end, because apparently Thad and Rob have been talking about the operation. Mainly Rob telling Thad information. Now, you may say, well, he's a snitch. No, of course, I don't think Rob did this intentionally to hurt Franklin. It was just one of those moments where you do something impulsive and you're not doing it with ill will, but you don't realize you're doing it, and now it's about to be a whole shit storm, a shit show. But those kind of things, not thinking like that, can cost you your life. It come with grave consequences. Now everyone's gonna be forgiven. No one's gonna understand, especially if we at this height of our game. We're on the top of the food chain. I am the #1 rock distributor in the United States. I don't know why I'm trying to say it formally because, anyway, I said formally, properly. But let me say that again. I get a little nervous. Whatever. He is the #1 rock distributor of Los Angeles, of the United States. All right, I said that right. Anyway, so Dad mentions that, yeah, something about my CIA. You told me about the CIA guy. And you just, that menacing look on Franklin's face, just displays once again. And you can see his face. And I knew, I'm like, yo, yeah, he's a goner. He is definitely out of here, bro. Because they was definitely giving Rob too much screen time anyway. And I'm wondering, like, okay, well, is he going to play a role in the story? I wonder. I don't know. I mean, because they're giving him a lot of screen time. What story arc does he have? What character development is he going to have this season? Well, that was all of it, because good night. But anyway, so they drive out to bury the body. And Franklin is just thinking about his future. So we do a little flash forward before the actual event actually happens within the scene. So we flash forward before we see whatever. And we see Veronique and Franklin talking about the future. She's mentioning about how she wants him to keep the baby and the family safe from all the bull and the craziness that's going on out in the streets and the business. And she wants him to leave. And it seems like for the very first time that Franklin is considering it. Now, we watched season 1 through 4, and we see Franklin was just straight up business. I need all the rock you can give me. Let's move it. Let's get it going. Like even when Jerome got hurt, he said, well, is this going to affect the business? When he was about to get bagged by the boys, he was like, what's going to happen with the business? Who's going to be watching the business? Who's going to be controlling it? When he got shot up, Louie, I need you to watch after the business. So everything's been business with him. But he meets this woman, Veronique, that tells him that there's a brighter side. And I'm gonna ride with you, but I'm gonna need you to, this needs to end. So we get back to the scene with Franklin, Rob, and Peaches. They're digging up the hole. Well, Peaches is digging a hole to bury Thad's body, and Rob is just on one. He taking his last hit, getting his last fix before I'm getting up out of here. He's just gonna get his last fix. Franklin said, yeah, the moon's over there or something, whatever you said. His dumb man, he looked high for real. And I was watching that scene earlier today, and my mother had came in. She said, oh, man, he looked like he high for real. Shout out to Mom Dukes. And he really did. And then, Franklin had to do what he had to do. And boom, boom, boom. That was a little bit ratchet, but so what? Yeah, he had to do what he had to do. Now, that was some cold shit, bro. I'm not going to lie. Y'all better stop playing with Franklin. That's my review video, my little recap, man, or whatever. I'm gonna have my review and recap for episode 2 maybe up tonight. I don't keep promises, so I'm not gonna promise you anything. But look out for that between tonight and tomorrow. And tomorrow, Euphoria. I'm gonna give a whole overall season 2 review for Euphoria, including the season finale. But anyway, man, y'all let me know what you think. Drop your comments down below. Let me know what I missed, what y'all think of these 2 new episodes that just dropped. Are y'all excited? What y'all feeling? Let me know what y'all think, man. I'm up out of here, man. Be easy.